What's up, you guys? It's your boy Blair.
I'm Sade Spence.
Wayne Ayers, you know.
And this is the Where is the Buzz podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
We need sound effects.
I know. We'll get that. Post edit. Today we have a special guest, Miss Cat Tat.
Hey, guys.
You may know her from Black Ink Crew
Hey.
Chicago, but she owns Enigma Beverly Hills tattoo shop, killing the game.
Thank you.
And out here hustling, girl.
Okay, just
know.
like you.
And practically making your mark because you're like the first Black woman to have a tattoo shop and it's in Beverly Hills. Like, come on, let's
Definitely
make
a
some
huge
noise for
milestone.
Cat
Thank you
Tat.
so much.
Cheers to that. Cheers
Hello.
to that.
Raise a red cup.
Mm-hmm.
Salute. Look
Black-
in the eyes.
Black people magic.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Kat, I always wanted to know, how did you get your start? Like, did you just start at a tattoo shop somewhere? Like, what happened?
I didn't really have a traditional start like that. I was like the artsy girl in high school, so I already knew that towards senior year of high school, that's when kids start getting tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody knowing that I was the artsy girl, people would come to me like, yo, draw my tattoo so I can go get it. So I started drawing people's tattoos. And then when I was 17, I got my first tattoo and I had drew it. And the artist that did it was like, yo, you're pretty dope. Like, you should try doing this. And I was like, you know what? I should start doing this. So I went back to school and I told everybody, because everybody's getting ready to go off to college. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to start tattooing too, like in school. So I went to summer school at University of Missouri. And, when you go to college, everybody kind of gets to recreate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I literally started introducing myself as a tattoo artist from Chicago.
Yes.
So, like, I'm at this new university. Like, nobody knows me like that in summer school. I'm like, yeah, I tattoo in Chicago. I had never done a tattoo before.
That's the way to do it because, Megan Thee Stallion, she would just start
You don't know
saying,
no
well,
one.
I'm a rapper. I'm Megan Thee Stallion.
You got to
There
claim
go.
it. You literally got to claim it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's yours.
I'm like, yeah, my stuff's going to be here any day now. I'm getting this shit from Chicago. I ordered up a kit.
Hustling.
It was a $99 kit from Worldwide Tattoo Supply. It got there. It came with like this fake slab of skin. I did like a real generic Chicago skyline on it, a butterfly on it, and I took it to the lobby where we all used to kick it. And I'm like, look, y'all, like I told y'all, I do this. Like,
I do that.
so then from there, like everybody was excited. Like, yo, it's this tattoo girl in the dorms. Like, everybody was trying to get tatted. I didn't know what I was doing at first, but I did so much research. Like, everything was sanitary. Like, I literally turned my dorm room into a tattoo shop. I don't recommend anybody do this.
Did you have a roommate?
You get in a whole lot of trouble. Yes, I did.
Oh, they were mad.
It's a long story. It's
I'm like, this girl came up in here with the tattoo shop. I'm
No,
trying to see.
my roommate during summer school, like when I first started, she was cool. Like, we hated each other at first, but then we became like sisters, like best friends. And then when the real semester started, I had a real roommate for the whole year, and she was not having it. She's like, you can go to jail. What are you doing? Like, so, but my boy had a single dorm on the 3rd floor. So he would just leave and let me have his room to like tattoo it.
wow.
Yeah, shout out to Leland Bonner. And then from there, I just became the tattoo girl on campus. I fell in love with it. I was more focused on tattooing than I was my school books, but it worked out because like I had a scholarship. So I was in school wasting time and money, but I was, building my tattoo clientele and really like didn't even know that I was building my career, my real career at the same time. So
How much would you make like off a week of just doing tattoos in college?
I was making money. Like, I wasn't charging that much. I remember charging like $40, $60 per piece, but like my parents and my family supported me because when I would come home from breaks, like I had money. I was not the broke college student.
Oh,
like,
yeah. They were
moved
like,
off
she's doing
So
something.
your family, they knew you were tatting people, or how did they find out?
They knew. Like,
Okay.
they saw all on Facebook, like everybody.
They're here for it.
Yeah.
Facebook, you guys, on Facebook,
Yep.
not Instagram.
Where's the Buzz?
Yep.
Podcast. I'm here chilling
Yes.
with Blair, Sade, and Wayne. So, yeah.
It's Wayne's World. Where's
Wait.
the buzz?
I'm gonna at y'all when I can reach my phone.
Okay.
You're like, ah.
But yeah, they were like, shoot, she's making money. Like, I remember by sophomore year, I had moved off campus, into an apartment with my girlfriends. By junior year, I had my own apartment off campus. So they weren't tripping. They were just like, shoot, she's in school, she's on her books, even though I wasn't. I was not on my books, but they're like, and she's making money. So they were super supportive from jump.
That's awesome. I gotta ask though, was there any design you got and you were like, you sure you want that?
Oh, yeah.
Back then, now, like, if people have, like, people trust my work, so they'll, like, you know, give me a little bit of their design and I can create something dope. Back then, I didn't care what it was. I was thirsty to tattoo. So I'm like, cool, you want it? I got it. Like, I was
You had to prove yourself.
Was there anything weird, or you're like, oh, all right?
Yeah, everything. Not everything, but I've done, like, tons of weird, like, tattoos
Tell us
back
some
then.
of them. I want to hear.
What's your top
Like-
weirdest tattoo you've ever done? They're like, why the hell am I doing this?
Like, this girl, she got, like, her boyfriend's name, like, in her
Not
like,
the-
pubic region. And I'm like, girl, that's not smart. But I didn't
like,
care
That
back then.
hurts.
I'm like, cool,
That
let's do
hurts.
it, you know? So,
Oh,
You
you-
ever, like just like told nobody like you shouldn't just get this, or you just did it anyway?
if it's like somebody who has no tattoos and they're like, yo, tap my face, you know, like,
What?
I'm like, I'm not about to ruin your life if you're not like committed
Tap
to
my
it.
face. What in the Tekashi 6ix9ine? And we're gonna get to him later, but
yeah.
that's just too much.
No, people get face tattoos, you know, but if you're not already heavily tattooed, I'm not tattooing your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already got to be.
Oh, you did the Gucci
about
Mane's
it.
ice cream cone. That's what you did.
No,
I'm so-
I wish, you know, I would have done that because it's Gucci and he's
It is
already
Gucci.
tatted, you know?
True.
So, but if it's like a freshman who's new here, like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I don't want to be the
wasn't.
one to.
Exactly. I wasn't
kinda
ruining
set you up
lives.
poorly in life.
Right.
Is there a tattoo that you will not do if someone's like
Swastika.
something? Is there something that you will be like, I'm not doing this? Has there ever been a moment where you're like, I'm sorry, I can't do that? Like America Great Again or something like that.
Or like a
Yeah, no,
swastika or something
thankfully
crazy
I
like
haven't
that.
had any of those requests. I think that you really do like attract the energy that you put out.
Oh,
So all my client requests are cool ass people. They trust my work. That's the main
yeah.
thing too. Like, people could be like, look, I think I want this, but what you think?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I think that would look cool if you do it like this, you know? But no, I haven't had to do like any, you know, racist or crazy stuff like that. I would easily turn it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
now Black Ink Crew Chicago. That's where that's how you got you popping. Not just in college, but everyone knew you from there. Yeah. I thought you were gonna do a Black Ink Crew Beverly Hills because I was like, this only makes sense. Like, she already is with one show. Like, why not have her own? She's moved. Now she
Right.
has her own tattoo shop. What did you ever think of that or want to do that?
Yeah, no, I would have loved to do it. I enjoyed being on television. You know, I wasn't on Black Ink Chicago anymore because my life had already moved to LA.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna regress, you know, back to Chicago when I'm pursuing something. But yeah, the television wasn't interested in really following my story to LA. They're like, she's such a huge part of Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, she had so many monumental moments on Chicago. We just got to get her back to Chicago. So that's where the focus was. And they didn't really, like, Beverly Hills doesn't really fit the formula for Black Ink. They didn't want that. Like,
Oh.
they out their mouths. Like, they're like, no, we don't want to tell this glamorous, you know, like, success story. They wanted to tell, like, you know, Black Ink is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be grit. It's supposed to be,
But it
you
is
know,
because
fight.
you're the
That-
first Black woman to own a tattoo shop in
And,
Beverly
like,
Hills. So like,
look at
you're
that grit
starting
turned
your
to
own.
glam,
Yeah,
like-
you're
Yeah.
starting your own lane.
yeah, it's just like, I don't know. You can't really, like,
We TV.
Has any
They cover everything.
Has other network like reached out to you and like try to do your own?
yeah, we're in like meetings, you know. I'm trying to make some shake. you
Secure
know?
the bag, cat.
But yeah, it's just a process. These things don't happen overnight. So I tried to just kind of like not focus so much on like the entertainment part of it and the TV part of it, and just get back to focusing on the quality of the work, the tattoos, make sure the shop is running properly. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's just like, you know, at least I have
On
something
the-
to take my
On the
focus
business
while.
side, what has, I guess, the switch been like being, you know, first Black female? Is there a lot of pressure? Do you feel that sense in Beverly Hills? Because, I mean, Black business already just in Beverly Hills is kind of a
big deal.
Yeah.
unicorn, if you will. So
Yeah, no, there's times just being like in Beverly Hills, like, period, just being like heavily tattooed and, you know, being, you know, a woman of color, everything, just walking around like in like a lot of the bougie areas where I just feel like I don't necessarily fit in, you know what I'm saying? But like, that motivates me to just kick the door down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew that I did not want a little hole in the wall tattoo shop. You know what I mean? Like, I started in my dorm room. I worked at shops in the hood, like, and I'm all about the art. And I know what Black tattoo artists can do and what the amazing artists that work in my shop could do. And I'm just like, it's luxury. It's luxury. And, you know, Beverly Hills is luxury. So I feel like that's where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so to answer your question, like, yeah, there's been times where it's like, okay, you wonder, like, am I supposed to be here? But you just got to continue to remind yourself, like, no, I do belong here. You know what I mean? Like, why not? You know, especially in the beginning, like when we were opening up, like some of the artists will tell you just some of the experiences that we had, like when the shop was opening up and when the tattoo sign was going up and the people walking past, like disgusted, like literally disgusted, like, you know, but
the Caucasians.
No, it's not even that. It's
Those people.
It's in a really Jewish community.
Oh,
and tattooing
they're against that.
Yeah, like it goes back to like their whole like religion is kind of like against tattoos
Decorators.
and stuff. Yeah, I mean, but now the neighborhood welcomes us. Like literally, there's like a couple men like old like guys from the neighborhood who bring me like coffee every morning. They pop in, like they're just
because property taxes went up because you're bringing people in.
Yeah,
she's like, she's bringing money up in here, y'all.
Yeah, so it's working
just have
out.
to like get to know you and all.
Yeah.
Did you have a hard time at all when you were first trying to establish the business there, like finding a place in Beverly Hills? Did you feel any pushback that way at all?
You know, it's funny. So one day I was just like
weird stuff, like put down laws or codes or weird restrictions to keep.
Yeah, that's how you know. I knew it was meant to be because everything went rather smooth. Like I woke up one day and I was literally like, all right, I'm about to open up my shop. Like, you know, fuck this, it's time. So I linked up with a commercial realtor and I'm like, yeah, you know, I want to open a shop. And he had showed me some dope locations. He showed me one location in Culver City. And I remember it was cool, but it had this carpet on the floor, which I knew carpet could be pulled up, but the ceilings were really low. I hated the ceilings. Okay. I'm like, this isn't it. You know, he showed me another location. I'm like, no, this isn't it. So I got my hair done on Pico and I'm like, this area is like really cool. And I asked my hairstylist, I'm like, yo, what area is this? And he's just like, oh, this is, you know, like Mid-Wilshire, Beverly Hills adjacent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I drove down Pico like one day and I was looking for spaces and just writing down numbers of all the
addresses,
the vacant spots. Mm-hmm. And I got to Robertson and there was this one location and it was vacant as fuck. It like had just, empty. Yeah, it was empty. It was a fire in it previously. So it was like ashes. It was literally ashes on the inside, but something in my spirit was like, pull over. I pulled over. I looked through the windows and the ceilings were tall as fuck. It was just this huge open space. And I was like, yo, this is it. Like, this is it. Awesome. So I called the realtor and I'm like, yo, I think I found something. And then you
should have fired him. No, I found it. You didn't do a damn thing. I want my money back.
No, but he, you know, got the deal done and we built it out in like, I think 3-4 months and then had the grand opening and shit.
You rose from the ashes, literally.
Literally.
Wow.
I was thinking I have videos of like what it looked like in the beginning and it was literally ashes. So it's a dream come true for real. Sometimes I feel like I take it like for granted, you know what I mean? Just because I'm just kind of cruising.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I mean, but you're enjoying it, so I don't even think you're taking it for granted. I mean, you're here talking about it, and it's such a great story, honestly.
Thank you.
I love the way that you defined it as luxury because it is a form of art. And
absolutely.
It belongs right there with others people's form of art, be it clothing, shoes,
and tattoos. Bags. Tattoos are luxury. It's not a haircut. It's not anything that you need. You know what I mean? It's not anything like, no, tattoos are wants and it's a fine art. And it's if you can afford the best, then, you know, you invest in your body, like, you know, so it's definitely a luxury. I hate when people get it fucked up because it's totally a luxury.
Yeah. They do.
Yeah.
I mean, you have employers that don't hire people because of tattoos. I mean, if you're showing this or that.
Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. It used to be like that. I started tattooing 10 years ago. And even in the beginning, I felt like I was coming in during a shift, right? And then over the years, I've done career days and stuff. And now, like, I'm telling you, everybody's tatted. Like, I've done a career day with, like, lawyers, and he's just, like, showing all the kids at the end, like, his tattoos. He takes off his suit. Like, people are tatted, like, literally.
Pastors,
you know?
tatted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen. Pastor in New York was like, I was like, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But I think it's time we should move into some hot topics. We're excited to have you on here. So let's get into a little bit of current events. Now, I think one really big one that's going down right now is Justin Trudeau, the beloved, you know, Canadian Prime Minister's blackface.
Yeah. Did you see that? Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, he there was a photo that leaked of him in blackface.
That is happening way too often, like now.
Yeah.
You know what
He
I mean?
was
He's a huge
Democrat.
liberal.
Like him and Obama were like this, and now I'm just like, bro, you ruined it.
So okay, so the photos leaked. One was him in blackface in high school, where he, I guess, performed Deo, the Jamaican like tune, and he basically covered himself in blackface. And I think he did another like party or Arabian Nights or something, wore a turban and was brown.
He thought he was Aladdin.
And he's come out and said, I apologize for that. At the time, I'm really into my costumes and commitment to that. And I mean, do you guys think that's an okay apology? Do you think he should have spoke up sooner, knowing that he had that past?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I feel like if you know that you have like that past and everything, like why get into politics? Like why get into it? You know what I'm saying?
Save our
like, 'cause at the
time.
end of the day, like
Save our
it's
vote.
coming from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially like in, where we're at today and just how sensitive and how fucked up so many things are. It's like, if I knew like some shit from my past could come up like that, or if anywhere, you know what I mean, previously, like I would just not even want to be.
He's being
a part of it.
criticized because some people say if you knew you had that, you should have just said it from the beginning and owned it.
Yeah.
So when people apologize now, I often wonder if they're doing it just because so I can get
Yeah,
back.
because
they
he got
know it's
caught.
there.
It
They
was
know
because
it's
he got
there,
caught.
exactly.
Because if he knew he did it, period. It's not like he forgot he did it. He could have said from day one, like, I made this mistake. What he could have done, what could have saved his ass, is if he was like, I was in I had white privilege and I used it to do certain things that I didn't necessarily think was wrong, but it was wrong. And in this climate of racism, I would like to say that I've done this and it was a mistake, and this is what we need to do to move forward. If he would have said something like that and kind of went against Trump's rhetoric, no, I think that if he actually said something to show white people, like look at Chelsea Handler, the comedian. She has made so many black jokes, which I don't get offended because she's a comedian, but now she's doing documentaries about white privilege. So I think if he used what he did in the past to kind of raise awareness, I think he would have saved his ass.
No, but this is blackface. Like at any age, you should know better.
You should,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if he knew, well, I mean, he got caught, but I'm saying if he knew what he did, if he wanted to do politics, he should have just addressed it right away. I mean, look at Eminem and Nate Mao. Make fun of yourself, yada, yada. That's how you know what I'm saying? If he would have just made fun of himself, even though it was not just make fun of himself, it was a huge mistake. It's like, I think if he got in front of it first, not in a way to be like, oh, just, so I don't get criticized.
Just so you
but
know.
because it was the right thing. Like, right away, I would have been like, I did this, but... And where did
I've
they get
learned from it and got ahead of it in a way that doesn't seem like you're regressing just because.
Exactly, but I don't believe his apology. It's just because he got caught.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of racism, on to the next point.
Damn.
Felicity, Huffman with the whole college scandal. Have you heard her verdict at this point after bribing her kid into USC? She's getting 14 days equals a slap on the wrist. And people are calling it out because you have a black mother who, I forgot what year this was, but she's behind bars for 5 years for changing her kid's address. She also has 2 counts of selling narcotics. So I'm sure that plays a role into it, but it's 5 years versus 14 days.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of my cousins changed their address to go to a better school. I'm just saying. I think it doesn't even compare.
It doesn't, absolutely.
And I think race plays a big role, and not just race, money,
all that power. Just
Do you think celebrity
Yeah.
plays a huge role?
Yeah. But I'm gonna say that she did deserve an Emmy nomination for When They See Us. I'm just saying, because she played a really good racist bitch. I'm just saying, she killed that. She deserved an Emmy nomination.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't even watch. I started to watch it. I've seen the documentary. The Central Park 5 documentary.
It was so hard to watch
years
the first
ago.
episode, but fight through it.
Really, I couldn't watch.
Yes.
I started watching the first, and I already knew from seeing the previous movies. I'm like, I can't watch it. It's so just terrible.
I'm telling you, when you get it's that first episode that really, because you know what's gonna happen because you know the history of it,
right.
But it's you're really feeling it because it's like, damn, like they had to go through this to get to where they are now.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard, I think, to watch because I know when I see it, it's almost like I don't even have any brothers, but I feel like I'm watching brothers that I don't even have.
Definitely.
You relate to it so much. So I understand why, members of the Black community are like, I want to watch it. I need to wait because it's very triggering for us too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't fault you, Kat.
Yeah.
It's rough and it's hard. And I went to an event called Produced By, where Ava DuVernay actually discussed making each of the 4
The stories.
movies, basically. She said each episode was basically a movie, and it covers each part of the criminal system. So the first part is just how, racism plays a role. And another part is how it mentally can destroy the boys. So I think when you see each of them broken down, it's triggering on so many different levels. So I relate to you on that.
I want to know what you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine's tattoos. His face tattoo. And how hard is it to remove a tattoo? Because he's gonna need some help, Kat. You might want to get in that business too.
They might be. I don't know. He's in some shit right now, so I don't know. Tattoo removal is definitely
behind bars. I don't know.
Right. They might be cutting the tattoos.
Do you do
off
that
of
too?
him. I don't do tattoo removal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that painful? Or you know what
I've heard. I've never got any tattoos removed, but I know it's a very, very painful process. Like, it's a laser, and the laser is directly attracted to the ink, the melanin in the ink.
Ooh,
so it's literally like,
it's like burning, or
basically it's like burning the tattoo out. So yeah, it's definitely a painful process. But yeah.
What do you think about snitching in general?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Right.
I'm just going around the subjects, without directly hitting it.
Yeah, I just think it's all just a mess. Just a mess. If you, once again, if you know you're in that much shit, right? Like, it's like that saying, like, real G's move in silence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
You're
definitely.
supposed to be like in a mix of all this real criminal shit, but yeah, you're the hottest internet sensation. Like, you're in the blogs every single day just talking shit, everything, and now like you're in this situation. It's just fucked up all around. I don't get involved.
It looks kind of like a punk situation in the aftermath, right?
Yeah, he just in there like it was. I was just on the phone with Charmaine, and she was telling me he's literally like going crazy.
He's saying like everyone's names.
Yeah.
He's saying people. I didn't even like Jim Jones. I'm like, what does Jim Jones have to do with this?
I know.
do you think
That
he
is
can make
crazy.
a comeback at all, or he's just done?
With this younger generation, you never know. I mean, look at the
No.
people who they're making famous. You know what I'm saying? There's no substance behind a lot of the younger generation's music. Not to knock, but like, it's all about just that wild, stupid, ignorant ass shit. So like with the realm that he's in, like, I just, you never know like what they're gonna, nowadays it's all about clout. It's all about, the biggest buzz no matter what you do. So people might fuck with him for like snitching on everybody, and you just never know.
Yeah,
This
the stand culture
My
is
thing-
pretty
It's all
weird
fucked
though,
up.
because I could see them doing two ways. Either his stand culture is going to be so here for it, like, oh my God, we love you so much. Like, that was so boss that you did. They turn anything into like their favorable outlook. So I could see them almost loving him for that too.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be the complete cancel culture.
It's going to be both. It's going to definitely be both. Even now, from what I'm seeing like online and just the responses and everything, it's like I see the younger, demographic and generation, like, who's like feeding into it and everything. And then you see like, the older guys' responses, like, the game, or like a Jim Jones or Meek or whoever the fuck, like, who's just not fucking with him. Like, it's just two complete opposite ends of the spectrum. It's trash. I think society should blame ourselves for just, making these people like, giving these people who don't deserve platforms. They're having so much influence on our culture, and it's ridiculous.
To be honest, it's so bad because I was never a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan to begin with. But then like when Nicki Minaj started saying Treyway and they had that bomb ass song, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, like,
Right.
But then now, but I always knew he was trash deep down.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're not black saying the N-word,
that's the thing for sure. Going to that, like, when you say like you fuck with the song, again, that's just our generation. Like back in the day, like, you hear a song, you just fuck with the song. You don't follow this person on Instagram because there is no Instagram. You're not seeing like
exactly.
It's just ridiculous. It's crazy.
I mean, we talked about that last week. We talked about separating the artists from their work a little bit, and we talked about like, we touched a little bit about R. Kelly and like Kanye and stuff. Like, how hard is it to separate? But I also to me, it depends on what they did too.
Right.
Because there is a height, and like Trump saying that he is team. I mean, Kanye saying that he's team Trump is one thing, but R. Kelly messing with some little girls is another.
I was just
allegedly
watching that documentary too. I'm late
Surviving
as hell.
R. Kelly?
I'm late
You
on
are so
everything.
late.
Let me tell
you are 9 months
No,
late. Wasn't that
please
January?
don't judge
Is
me.
your live okay? What's wrong with it?
It's this poor connection.
Oh,
I think reconnecting.
It's okay. We'll get better.
Yeah.
Can they still see it?
But I honestly just from being on television for the 3 years that I was, and the way that I exited and everything that I like went through, I kind of like disconnected from all like I'm still on social media very much, but I just try to like, not really pay into just everything. Just, like I don't want to
in your
let
Fashion
all
Nova
that
bikini by the pool.
But I don't be wanting like everything to just like corrupt my brain. So I'll hold off on like shit like until it dies down. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're
like,
saying.
Yeah.
You don't
like
really, you don't go for the hype right away.
Trends,
oh,
exactly.
I love that.
Like, I'm not
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'll let all the noise settle down and then check it out for myself. And baby, I'm like, I was shocked. I'm literally like halfway through it. It's fucked up.
They're doing another one, like a second part, Surviving R. Kelly, and then they're doing, I forgot what it's called. They're gonna do like a what happened, like
isn't it life after?
Like life, yeah, like a life after,
like
pretty much like what's going on now.
Right.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, I remember when I watched that, I actually had a nightmare.
And he's broke.
Really?
Yes, and it like he wasn't in it, but the nightmare I had was so weird. You
had a nightmare about R. Kelly?
He wasn't in it. No, but I can tell it was based off of watching the documentary because I was in in the middle of the street at night between different buildings, and I just felt like someone was like watching me.
Oh, you thought you were Aaliyah
me.
in the cover? We sitting back looking at her. That's what you thought.
Really started to play with my mind on a deeper level, and it was so disturbing to me, honestly.
It's
when I started to like.
Yeah, it's very fucking disturbing. It's very disturbing, just on so many different levels. I can go on about that.
You watched the Michael Jackson documentary?
I have not.
That was so fake.
Don't.
I'm not watching that one.
I have not watched that.
You think I was lying?
Yeah, I have not watched that.
We have to talk about this because Lorenz Tate on The Breakfast Club said that he doesn't share a bed with his significant other, and that their marriage obviously is great. They have like 4 kids together. Are you open to not sleeping with your man? I don't know if you're single. Are you single right now?
I'm single as fuck. I am so single.
You're so bomb. Like how?
DMs.
How?
Just kidding. No. Leave her alone.
I don't know how.
How long have you been single?
I've been single for like a year and a half now.
Are you dating or just focusing on yourself?
I'm in a weird space where like I need to just focus on myself.
Yes.
I was in a relationship when I first moved here, and that ended, and I realized like I'm always in some situation, and now I'm not really, and I'm like, okay,
You're learning how to be alone.
Yeah.
Like not alone, like lonely, but like by yourself.
And I like being alone, but in Chicago too, like I was so fine like being single because I had my family and friends. Now being in a new city and not really having anybody, like, I'm going through like a real get to know yourself for real bitch period, Yeah.
Wait, so when you first moved here and you were in the relationship, was the guy back in Chicago or was he?
No, he was here.
Okay.
Yeah, he was here.
Tell me, what do you think of the dating culture here in general?
LA is a different
not one. There's not. Okay, so for me, there's not one. My ex was from California, but not from like Los Angeles, but basically like might as well have been, right?
He acted like it, huh?
I just don't know. There's not any men here like what I'm used to. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, well, maybe you're not supposed to be with somebody like the men that you're used to,
Yeah.
But that's always been my preference. I've always preferred one type of guy. I've always attracted that type of guy. And now I'm kind of like, damn, there's none of those type of guys here. Like, what the fuck? But that's why I think like, no, God's trying to like make you grow up, open up your, you know what I'm saying? Your mind a little bit.
It's kind of when you have to shed some of the... Not that it was juvenile, whatever you liked.
Yeah, it was juvenile.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it is. You're like, oh, well, he has this or he has that. And then you think about it and you're like, does that raise a family? Or does that like nurture me or my soul?
Yep.
No, maybe his like dimples or whatever. Don't do that.
I'm going to go off topic real quick. Did you like face any challenges from like after like leaving Chicago to LA, or when you first ride to LA, did you like have your own shop or?
I went through a million challenges. Like literally. One, walking away from Chicago, walking away from the TV show, like a hit, like that was scary, then moving to LA, figuring it out, like literally prioritizing. My first priority when I moved to LA was not tattooing. And that was a problem because at the end of the day, like I'm a tattoo artist and got to stay true to that. And that's what I didn't do. So I was just kind of like running in this hamster wheel, like going to events, going to red carpets, thinking I had to get styled and, get my makeup done and be at like every carpet and I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I was tattooing out of my house or, guest spotting, at different shops. And I just was really like confused. I kind of had to reset because I spent all my money moving here. I moved into a big ass loft in like North Hollywood, like just spent all my money just in the wrong places. Like, and I went broke and I wasn't working. So it wasn't making sense. I literally had to shift gears, refocus. Yeah.
I commend you for that though, because
thank you.
I'm being honest
especially
about
to be
it.
able to like learn from that too, because so many people, they come here and either they want to be actors or whatever it is, and you can kind of get caught up in the rat race of having to be always out because you want to present that online to hopefully get XYZ money, sponsorships, promotions, but then maybe you're not working, get a big loft to show it off or whatever. It could be a car, but then you really have to like refocus to really see where you're going.
Yeah.
I lived in New York for 4 years, I was telling you earlier, and it wasn't exactly the same thing. I'd gotten out of school, but I was so focused on, okay, I need to be an entertainment reporter. I was taking almost every gig I could without really thinking of where is the real end goal.
Right.
So I was just overworking myself almost in the same way, just taking any and every gig. Didn't even matter.
It's that hamster wheel.
Exactly.
That's that you got to get out that hamster wheel and like get on track.
Productive.
Exactly.
So,
yep.
you,
I remember it was winter of 2016, I want to say. I think I remember it, but like I remember calling my dad, crying to my dad. And mind you, I've always been a hustler. Like I've always been the breadwinner. And I had to ask my dad, like, can you loan me money to like pay for rent? And then I ended up having to get a subleaser, to lease my space for a little while, go back home for a little bit. Before I went home, like I had no money for groceries, like literally back to square one, eating noodles. I remember finding quarters for fucking toilet paper, walking like literally.
Wow.
So, but I knew I was going to be straight. I was just at a low point. Like, damn, I'm broke right now. Like I'm going to be straight, but I might have to go back to Chicago where I have a clientele and get my money back up, because I literally thought that because I was on a national show that I could just leave everything behind, move to, LA and be booked up. Because I was so booked up in Chicago, I thought I would automatically have a bomb-ass clientele in LA. And I didn't. Everybody was emailing me like, yeah, I'm trying to get an appointment. And I'm like, okay, I'm in LA. They're like, damn, well, hit me when you come to Chicago. I had no clients out here. And that's when I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. But I wanted to be here so bad, So I went home for a summer. I went back to living with my dad, subleased my place here for 3 months, worked in the hood, the shop that I started. This is so humbling. After being on a TV show do you know how humbling this was?
And I hope you don't regret leaving the
don't.
show, because you learned so much from that experience.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure.
I don't regret it at all. Like I had to do that. God was like, showing me something during that time. And I read books. I don't even read like that, but I read books. I read some books that I needed to read. I got my money up. I got a second chance. I came back to LA. I was refocused. I was like, look, I'm going to open up a fucking shop.
Was there like
and then boom.
Was there like a person that like motivated you or like told you like, hey, you need to start doing this? Or was it just you yourself?
I have a team. So they've always motivated me. Even when I was like on the wrong path, they tried to get me on the right path, But as far as me deciding to open up a shop, that was my spirit. It was literally my spirit. Like, and I'm telling you, it lined up so perfectly, from like the location that I found to the amount that I needed to secure it was the amount that I had in my bank account. Like, wow. I literally emptied out my bank account again, but at this point, like, I was building up more clientele. The clients came. Like, I kept every post that I did on Instagram, location, I tagged Los Angeles. I kept shoving it down people's throats, Black Ink Chicago, I made them film me in LA. Like, however they wanted to chop and screw it, show the world that I'm here, Yeah. And then after that, things started to turn around. So,
what was the draw to LA? I always find that really interesting.
So, when I was 16, my dad took me here. It was like my first time going on vacation for my spring break. And he laughs about it all the time. Like I told him then, like, the city's so beautiful. Like, I'm going to move here one day. It was like a dream. Like, I thought you had to be like a billionaire to move here, Yeah. And then when I got on TV, like I said, I read books, and one thing I did not want this TV opportunity to pass me by. So when we got the opportunity, I started reading books about entertainment and about how you need a publicist and a lawyer and a manager and all that stuff. So I got a team and I got the cream of the crop, and they were all in LA. You know, so I was filming a Chicago TV show, but my whole team was in LA. So I would be out here a lot for meetings, you know, with agencies and, you know, like brunch meetings at the Four Seasons and all this shit that you would see on Entourage. And I'm like, you know, like this is where. But
sells it,
yeah, that's why I was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna move here, see what I can make shake. And yeah,
I just want to say something about kind of go back to dating. Just real quick.
No,
real quick, because I wanted to say it earlier. It just hit me. No, I was gonna say, because you are a boss bitch and you have your own company and you're just a strong woman, that whoever you end up with, they will have to respect that. That's something that you will also have to figure out too with the person.
So much.
Because you're gonna deal with some insecure men who won't be able to handle you owning a business and having to leave him, not be able to have these plans because you have to go take care of something at your shop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and I noticed that too. Like, okay, just being younger, and I know I'm like, I can feel myself growing up a little bit, you know? But being younger, like I was so intrigued by how many dudes like were in my DMs when, you know, the show first aired, you know? And I would take time to respond, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just stupid shit. Now you're texting empty conversations. Now, like, you know, I'll get guys, you know, with the blue checks, send emojis to my DMs. And it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Like, I don't have, at this point in my life, in my career, like, I do have a business to run. I don't have time for small talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
you know how to set up
a few eggplant emojis?
Exactly. Like, so I think that's why it's like because I'm not interested in the same shit that I used to be interested
in that emoji.
I'm just saying she received those emojis specifically, eggplant emojis.
No, like heart eyes.
Oh.
Like, what you want me to say to a heart eye? Like, hey, what's up?
They have no game.
And then you be like,
can you give us some names?
Chilling? Nah.
Who's these blue checks? These verified.
Not the blue check.
But yeah.
I feel you on that. Don't worry about them. Do you? I mean, you're doing great already.
Thank you.
Just go on with your bad self. Now, we do have another topic to get into. We talked last week about Disney reboots. What about classic Black film reboots? Issa Rae is reportedly going to be behind a reboot of Set It Off. Now, Set It Off is like the titular film.
I think in my opinion, they just need to set it like away, throw it away.
Man,
don't touch it.
It depends who casts it though. Like who's gonna be official cast.
But would you trust Issa Rae with it? I mean, she's brilliant. What do you got?
I feel like it would be more comedy if she did it.
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's gonna be as good as a good
just
one.
Just because, like, you know, like her
take is
like
usually
insecure.
Yeah,
like dope as hell. But
if she wants to do a sequel where it's like one of their daughters or something,
that'd be the worst. Those be the worst. Like, no. I'm sorry. Like,
I just don't want them to redo it.
That's like Honey too.
Oh hell no! But like, Issa Rae's a charge of it.
I don't think I watched Honey 2.
Me either. I saw clips. And that was enough.
There's a Honey 2.
Yeah.
Who was in Honey 2?
There you go. None of us know. It's bad.
But you know what I could see a remake of, and I think that it would be so fucking dope.
What?
Especially today. The Players Club.
Yes,
the Players Club. Yeah. And you know what? We were just talking about this, but have y'all seen Hustlers yet?
No.
You guys,
I heard it was so good.
It was so good. It was so fucking good. And it could have been like that is what like made me think like, okay, there could be a Players Club too. There definitely could. Yeah, for sure.
Two or just a remake?
A remake.
Okay.
Who thinks it should be like in the cast?
Well, after seeing Hustlers, I think that Keke Palmer would be great. Yeah. She did such a good job in Hustlers. I think that she should have had like a bigger role in that movie. But
I'm so excited to see it.
Because you got to think like Lisa Rae, you know, she started off as the innocent schoolgirl, you know, and then like, you know, she came into her own. But like, you know, Keke, I feel like has got that innocent, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if she really wanted to turn it on, she could. You know, yeah.
She was a key.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this man is. That's my favorite meme right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I took me.
I don't know who this man is.
When she, I think.
Sorry to this man.
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing right now.
Outfit.
Yeah, that was funny.
And our last topic, we have to talk about holograms. So they're gonna do a Whitney Houston hologram, and it's gonna start in Europe and make its way to America next year. Are you for the holograms?
I'm not for concerts, period. And I'm damn sure not for like a hologram. Like what?
No, I'm not. Yeah.
She said, I wasn't seeing Whitney Houston when she was here. I'm not going to see it hologram.
Yeah, I'm not into concerts. They never been my thing because I'm a vibey. Like, I want to vibe when I listen to music. Clean the crib, drink some wine. Like, I don't want to I don't like dealing with people. I don't like parking garages. I don't like,
No mosh pits? Not the mosh pits?
No.
I saw Beyonce and Jay-Z at Soldier
garages.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Girl, that was too much.
I would want to see Beyonce because it's Beyonce. Like, she is the entertainer, not just the artist. She is the entertainer. She puts on a fucking show. But even that, like, I wouldn't mind just catching it on the Netflix special, like I did the Homecoming. You know what I'm saying? That was just fine for me. I felt like I was there.
See, this is why I didn't go to Coachella with y'all last year because
he
did this for me.
Festivals are anything because festivals at least
Crazy.
they're free. You're not forced to go anywhere.
No.
I love festivals because of the more carefree.
I'll be
nature
walking
of it.
through the grocery store like, get me out of here. Like, I don't like.
You like you're a homebody.
I'm a homebody, and
I get that vibe.
If I'm out partying, like, I have to step into that mindset, get fucked up. That's
It's like a whole prep process
whole prep
to get you out.
thing. Like, I'm not about to be at no festival just chilling.
That's
True.
the best
So we're not gonna see
kind
at Coachella
though.
next year.
Probably not. No,
VIP though is something different, probably.
probably not. It's probably just as crazy, I'm sure.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well, tell us projects you have going on. I know your art show's coming up.
Yes. So this will be my personal fourth art show, but it'll be the second annual Enigma art show. So it's going to be the weekend of November 22nd. I'm super, super excited. Like I said, all the artists that work at Enigma should all be discovered. Their art is amazing. Like, they're not on TV right now, but they should be. Like, their talent is just some of the craziest shit I've ever seen, and for us to all, be in the shop together and have all of our artwork up on the wall, like it's a museum.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a museum. So I'm super excited, for us to showcase together the second time. What else? And then we're going to take the art show to Art Basel Miami in December.
Yes.
So we're going to do it here the week before Thanksgiving and then, then go to Miami. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we'll be doing $100 breast cancer ribbon tattoos the entire month of October.
Yes.
And I'm just focusing on just, growing the brand and just pushing this thing to the max.
Yeah, no, you're already doing so well. And just hearing
Thank
that, I mean,
you.
you're going, between different states at Art Basel. That's huge.
Thank you
and
so
then
much.
I love that you're also putting a charitable aspect.
Yeah,
I think
she's
that's
giving
super
back.
honorable of you.
Yeah.
Some people don't really use their platform or are too afraid to use their platform. So I think that's super commendable of you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's for,
Yeah. Yeah.
And where can we find you on social media, girl? What's your Instagram?
I'm Cat Tat Girl at Cat Tat Girl, KATTATGIRL. The tattoo shop is Enigma, Beverly Hills. We're at 8760 West Pico Boulevard.
Don't send her any DMs of
Send
emojis.
me gifts. I just gave y'all the address.
Eggplant, no
Send me
eggplants,
gifts to
no
the shop.
iHeart emoji. She don't want it.
Before we
Send
leave,
PR
what's
gifts,
like,
flowers.
I take flowers. I like candles. I like shoes.
Girl, the waffle pecan Bath and Body Works
That's
candle.
everything. That's everything. I
It's
have
fall.
that. The pumpkin pecan waffle.
Yep.
Yep.
You're the same. Are
Yes.
you a Scorpio?
No, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. I still fuck with y'all.
what's your favorite? Like, what's your best tattoo you have ever done? Like, where it's like
Best tattoo.
That one right
you
there.
could do like a top.
That's my
5.
favorite.
Which
that you,
one?
The one you did on yourself.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
thigh.
So, like,
Gotcha.
this is probably, like, this one, like, did a lot for my career. Like, tattooing myself. I didn't even know. So, that's probably my favorite. But otherwise, it's like, I created them all, So, it's like asking, kind of like, what's your favorite child? You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's so many pieces that I just really, really fuck with. I can name some pieces that I did like back in college that I don't fuck with. But as far as like a favorite,
Only positives.
like,
Only positives.
yeah, I can't think of just one,
And has there any if you could tattoo any celebrity that you haven't done yet, who would it be?
What about Nikki? Remember Nikki was on Black King and she was like, what about Kat?
No,
She
I
was telling
love
the guy,
Nikki.
she was
She
like,
came to the shop actually.
She came?
Her man got his tat at my
Kenny.
shop. Shout out to Nelly. She bodied that. She tatted
Yes. What did he get?
Onika on his neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And Nikki
was
told me that she wants to get tatted after that, so it's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, she'll hit you up.
Okay.
Did you do it?
No, Nelly.
Nelly did
her
it. Did it.
tat.
Okay. Were
Yeah.
you there?
Nikki's?
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully. She says she wants to get tatted, so you know.
What does she want to get?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We haven't talked about that yet.
Herself, maybe?
I'm praying not Kenny, but I want them to get married. I want her to be happy. I just don't want her to get a name. I hate when people get names of people.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, Kenny can do
get
it.
portraits.
Yes. Like when Safari got Nikki right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I forgot. What did he turn it into? He changed it.
I don't know.
Roses.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about Nick Cannon when he got the Mariah covered up?
You turn that into like a big cross, right?
Yeah.
I think.
He said, Jesus help me. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching and listening to the second episode of Where's the Buzz podcast.